let's come into cross-legged position first of all, and let's just waken this body. So let's just start to move those shoulders back, just bringing in some warmth, some movement. Doesn't matter how you're doing it, maybe going the other way. And then let's turn to the side. So moving your hands backwards and forwards. Start to feel the air over your hands. Maybe moving the hands around as you're moving back and forward. Just really starting to get some heat in the body. And then we'll just come into a bit of a side stretch. So taking your right hand down onto the mat, and then bring your left palm all the way up. And then we're just going to take this arm over that left ear, keeping the right hand, the right arm, elbow straight. So drawing yourself back, so you're not slouching forward, you're coming to the side and then back. So you're starting to take your gaze up towards the sky and just breathe here. So start to feel that side body, your left side body opening up. As you breathe in, notice where the tension is, pressing into your right hand to lift you up out of hiding, bringing yourself into this springtime. Well done, and release. And then just let it settle. Notice how that left elbow, that left shoulder feels. Plant the left palm down now, and we'll do the other side. Right arm up to your ear. And then as you press into the yoga mat with your left hand, draw yourself across and back. Gaze up to the ceiling. Breathing in and breathing out. Just enjoy that stretch in the side body, in the arm, under the armpit, all brilliant areas to get yourself out of hiding, out of inner winter, and release. Well done. So let's twist to the side now. So take your left hand on your right knee, right hand behind you, tent the fingers, and then draw yourself up and draw your right shoulder back and your left shoulder back. Bringing a nice length in the spine and a nice twist in the womb area. And release, coming to the other side. Left hand behind you, right hand on your left knee. Draw yourself up. Draw that left shoulder back and draw your right shoulder back. And breathe. If it feels comfortable today, when you breathe in, draw your belly in slightly. And when you breathe out, allow it to release. Well done. Bring yourself back to center. And then come over onto all fours, removing any props that you may have been sat on. Let's just do a few cat-cows just to ease out that tension in the lower back. So just moving yourself back and forward. And then on your next inhale, bring yourself all the way up into downward facing dog. Keep the knees bent here and let the head relax. So breathe in and breathe out. So you're looking for a release in the back body here. We're not looking to do anything with the legs today, just the back. And then bring your knees back down onto the mat. Come down, hands on your knees, drop your chin to your chest. So we're going to come into a flow practice to get the body warmed up and get that heat running through. So just take your time. If there's something that you can't do, just try your best. So we're going to come into our cat-cow position first of all. Take the hands further away, tuck the toes, and bring yourself up into downward facing dog. Keep the knees bent here for a moment and take a breath here. Inhale and exhale. Then on your next inhale, look forward. You may want to take yourself up onto your fingertips and then just walk your feet towards the front of your mat and then forward fold. Take a breath here and enjoy this lovely stretch around your rib cage. On your next inhale, take your palms to your shins, draw yourself up and look forward. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. On your inhale, draw yourself all the way up to standing. Bring your palms together if that feels good. And then bring your palms all the way down into your heart center. And breathe. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, plant the palms and step yourself all the way back to downward facing dog. Take a breath. And then on your next inhale, tent the fingers and bring yourself forward in a forward fold and breathe. Inhale, flat back, look up. Straighten the legs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms come all the way up as you press your feet into the mat. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up, palms together, and bring them down, thumbs into your heart center. And just stay here for a moment. Maybe close the eyes and just notice how you feel. Notice if you're feeling a bit wobbly, a bit warm. What's coming up for you after that movement? And then open the eyes and then come to your mat where you can see me, but where you've got space either side. So just take your feet maybe wider than your yoga mat, or on the angle. So you've got your legs on an angle, and then take each foot out on the angle. And we're going to come into goddess pose. So first of all, let's just take ourselves from side to side, bending one knee, bending the other knee, just starting to bring some movement into the inner groin, the hip area, and this big muscle around the back of our body, the psoas muscle, which often gets really tight and can cause a lot of back pain. All right. So you might want your blocks for this, so grab them and put them in between your legs. So coming back, and you want to be sort of kind of halfway along. So once you've got yourself set up, you're just going to start to come down and come back up. Let the hands slide down the legs to the knees and come back up. So just starting to waken up those hips, moving down and up. So you might want to take your gaze to the floor and bring your back forward, and then really start to press your hips down as you come down. So we're just getting that energy in the legs, in the hips, drawing it down and drawing it back up. And eventually we're going to come into our static goddess pose. So if you've done this before and you know what you're doing, then you can just come down into your pose, elbows into your knees. If you want more support, just use your blocks and come and sit on your blocks. And then you might need to wiggle your feet around to get the right position. And then you want to take your elbows on the inside of your knees. And what you're doing now is you're drawing those elbows in to push your knees back. Bring your palms together, and you want to try and get your thumbs into your heart chest, just like we were doing before in our mountain pose in Tadasana. So draw the thumbs in and draw the legs back. And what you want to do is draw shoulders up and back. So you're getting a nice stretch in the spine. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. And you're really starting to open out the hips. So what I want you to take your focus on here is imagine there's a thread on the top of your head, and you're drawing that thread. Someone's pulling that thread up. So you're drawing yourself up. So you're not dumping down into these bricks, because eventually you want to remove the bricks so that you can come into this without props. So just moving through this posture with breath. Maybe close your eyes. And just start to notice what's coming up, what's niggling, send your breath to where it's niggling. So if you are in the posture without your props, do try and keep your heels down on the ground. And if you're struggling, if it feels nice but you're struggling to keep your heels flat, then just pop a rolled up blanket or something underneath your heels. But when you remove the props, you really start to feel a release here. So drawing in and drawing back. So just start to recognize where could you fit this in your day? If it was just this that you were going to do, how might it help you in your day? How might it turn up when you're in some pain, or when you're feeling anxious, or whatever that may be, whatever that shows up for you. And wherever you are, release and just take your time, press your hands into the earth, and then just walk your feet back into the center. And we'll just do a little bit of a forward fold. So drop the head. Maybe grab both elbows and rock from side to side. And then we're going to end this practice today in child's pose. So plant the palms, bring your knees down, and then let's bring big toes together. So we bring our knees wider than the mat, and then you're just going to come all the way down with your head on the ground. If it doesn't get there, then grab a block and plant your forehead on the brick, And let your elbows relax. So once you're here, I want you to take your attention to your back ribs. So breathe in and breathe out. So rather than focusing on your breath coming through your front body, I want you to take your attention to your back body, and we're going to wake up those ribs in the back. So breathe in. Imagine the breath coming up, all the way up your spine towards your shoulders. And then when you breathe out, imagine that breath is weaving in and out, in and out, in and out of all of your ribs in your back body. Breathing in up your spine. Breathing out, weaving around all of those beautiful bones in your back ribs. So what we're doing here, if you continue your breathing up through the spine and back down through your rib cage, we have muscles in the back of our ribs called intercostal muscles, and they weave in and out of your ribs. And they help everything move. But when we become stagnant, i.e. in our winter phase, our relaxing phase where we are nurtured inwards, those muscles start to get a bit lazy, a bit dormant, and over time, if you do no movement at all, they will get very, very stiff and blocked. Energy gets blocked in them. And this is one of the reasons why we get back pain. So a few more breaths here. So by breathing and sending your breath to where you need it, intentionally forwarding that breath in a nurturing way, which is what this practice is all about, you start to get fresh blood, fresh oxygen, fresh chi, energy into the ribs, into the muscles, and it awakens them. And then your ribs move better, and your organs perform better, and you start to feel better. So a few more breaths. And if you do have a break in, now that you've relaxed quite a bit in this posture with your breath, see if you can take it out and see if you can get your head now to the ground or even your chin. Notice how that changes your breathing. And then on your next inhale, Just start to press your elbows into the mat and slowly lift yourself up, pressing your hands into the mat. Press your hands deeply into the mat and push yourself back, so pushing your hips back. Just get a nice stretch in the spine, drop the head. So get a nice stretch in the back of the neck. And then walk your hands back into center, drawing yourself all the way up. And then just bring your knees back into center. And we'll just come back to our cross-legged position. If you need a prop, grab your prop to sit on. And then let's just take our palms facing up. Drop the chin to the chest. Notice how you feel. Thank your body for this practice. Allow the breath to just be steady and even now. And check in with your body and notice, where do you feel lighter? Where do you feel less tension? Where do you feel longer, more awake, more rejuvenated? Whatever it might be, whatever it shows up for you today, just take this moment to notice it. And bring the palms together, thumbs into the heart center, and we bow. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice, and I'll see you tomorrow for our next practice in our inner spring.